Okay, so I'm going to have this be about me doing some reading, and I'm not that great a reader, so but please bear with me, because particularly if you're married to me, because, you know, I want to begin by explaining the context. I don't refer to the I Ching often, and when I do, I have a real puzzling question to ask. And this morning I asked the I Ching, okay, I'm causing a direction to things, and we have a number of lives now, and I want to know whether to nurture and focus on the ones we do have, and have the marriage grow organically, or to, you know, in an orderly and kind of unhurried fashion. Or should we do everything all at once and have that thing be over with? And it's just don't get me wrong. It's not an imposition. Like this whole thing is an amazing journey for me as well. And I know I'm going to have allowances made for me, because I don't think any man has ever been as in love as I am, and for certainly not for as good a reason, or for as many good reasons. Anyway, so I consulted the I Ching. I asked God to have his Ching speak for me, so I could gain some direction, because I don't know what to do. I don't know. Anyway, so this is what the Ching responded. Obstruction P1. Stop, obstacles, block, communication, cut off, close, failure, people of no use or worth to you. Obstruction describes your situation in terms of being blocked or interfered with. Its symbol is in the place of the victim in a sacrifice, the thing to be banished or cut off. The way to deal with it is to stop what you are doing and accept the obstruction. Communication is cut off. You are connected with the wrong people. If you try to act, you will encounter misfortune. Your proposal will be rejected. You will be personally disapproved of. There is no way for someone who wants to stay in touch with the way to take advantage of this situation. What is important is departing, along with your ability to realize your plans. The time that is coming is small and mean. You will have to adapt to it. Don't seek to impose your ideas. Retreat and be patient. Even the I Ching has telling me to practice patience. Can you believe this? Image of the situation, obstructing it. In no way people. Chen Tzu, trial, not advantageous. The great going, the small coming. Associated contexts. Obstruct. PI, close, stop, bar the way, obstacle, unfortunate, wicked, refuse. Disapprove, denied. The ideogram, mouth and not. Block communication. It, them, have, its, expression, possession, directly or as an object pronoun. In no way people. Thief, Jen, there are no people are involved. Also worthless people, barbarians, rebels, foreign slaves, captives. Advantageous heart. So that's the obstacle. The advantageous heart, profitable, acute, insightful, benefit, nourished, third stage of the time cycle. Chen Tzu, ideal of a person who uses divination to order her life in accordance with Tao rather than willful intention. Keyword, trial, Chen, inquiry by divination and its result. Righteous, firm, separating wheat from chaff, the kernel, the proven core. Fourth stage of the time cycle, the ideogram, pearl, and divination. Great. TA, big, noble, important, very, orient the will toward a self-imposed goal, imposed direction, ability to lead or guide your life, contrasts with small self, flexible adaptation to what crosses your path. Keyword of hexagrams, 14, 26, 28, 34, go, wang, and come. Describe the stream of time as it flows from future to present to past. Go away indicates what is departing, proceed, move on, come. Lai indicates what is approaching, move toward, arrive at. Keywords: small sound, little, common, unimportant, adapting to what crosses your path. Ability to move in harmony with the vicissitudes of life, contrast with great. TA, self-imposed theme or goal. Keyword: image of hexagram 9 and 62. That's for the real scholars of this stuff. Okay? We're just kind of babies of this thing, right? So we just take the surface stuff a little deeper. Anyway, outer and inner aspects. Force. The force of heaven struggles on, persistent and unwearied. Heavenly bodies persist in their orbits. Force is the center of the yin hemicycle, completing the formative process. Connection to the outer, struggling forces are bound together in dynamic tension. The metallic moment culminating. Force brings elements to grips, creating enduring relations. Field. The field of earth yields and sustains, serving in order to produce. Field is the equalizing point between yin and yang, where things labor and serve. Connection to the inner, the common labor of sowing and hoarding, the earthly moment. Field produces concrete results through serving. An outer struggle blocks bringing forth. The productivity of the field is obstructed and confined within. Now, that's not a good. That's not good. A hidden possibility: nuclear trigrams, ground, sun, and bound can result in nuclear hexagram 53 gradual advance. Shin, obstructed communication, is overcome by the subtle and continued penetration of gradual advance. So this is what time you do gradually. This is what I thought. This makes sense. Sequence. Beings not permitted to use complete interpenetrating. Beings not permitted to use complete interpenetrating. Accepting this lets you use abstraction. Now, how am I going to use this? So this requires wit. Anyway, associated context. Beings not permitted to use. No one is allowed to make use of. Nothing can exist by means of. Complete chung, end of a cycle that begins the next. Last whole, all contrasts with exhaust. Chung, final end. The ideogram silk cocoon, follow and ice winter, linking one year with the next. Interpenetrate, tongue, mutually penetrate, permeate. That sounds good. I like that. Permeate. Flow through, reach everywhere, see clearly, communicate with. Accepting use. Activating this hectogram depends on understanding and accepting the previous statement. Okay, so here we go. Interpenetrate, mutually penetrate, permeate, flow through, reach everywhere, see clearly, communicate with, sparkle the juices of each other inside of each other. This is what it's saying. Sparkling and brilliance. Contrast definitions: obstruction, pervading, reversing one's sorting indeed. Associated context: pervade, tie, spread and reach everywhere, permeate, diffuse, communicate, extensive, abundant, prosperous, smooth, slippery, extreme, extravagant, prodigal. Ideogram: person and water, connected to the universal medium. Image of hexagram 11, reverse, fan, turn and move in the opposite direction, turn around or upside down, 180 degrees. Change the opposite position, contrary. One's one, third person pronoun. Also it is she, hers, theirs. Sort, lay, group, according to kind, class, with, like, nature or purpose. Species, class, genus. Indeed means intensifier. Connective indicates comment on previous statement. Sort, name, group, according to kind, class, like, nature, or purpose, species, class, genus. Indeed, is means ye, intensifier, connective indicates comment on previous statement. We'll let that go for a while. Heaven and earth not mingling, obstruction, this is true. The sun uses parsimonious actualizing Tao to cast out heaviness. Search for enlightenment, right? Chun Tzu uses not permitting splendor and using benefits. So there's a splendor and not permitting. I just know I don't like it. I like to be permitted to. Okay. So not permitting splendor in using benefits. Associated context, heaven. See, highest, sky firmament, heavens, power above the humans as opposed to earth below. The symbol of the trigram force, the ideogram great, and the one above. Earth, sea, ground on which the human world rests, basis of all things, nourishes all things. The symbol of the trigram field, mingle, chow, blend with, communicate, join, exchange, trade, business, copulation, friendship. Use of, make use of by means of, owing to, employ, make functional, parsimonious, chin, thrifty, moderate, temperate, stingy, scanty, actualized, thou. Realize thou in action, power, virtue, ability to follow the course traced by the ongoing process of the cosmos. Keyword, the ideogram to go, straight and heart, linked with acquire, acquiring that which makes a being become what it is meant to be. Cast out, pi, expel, express, repress, exclude, punish, exclusionary laws and their enforcement. The ideogram, punish, authority, and mouth give orders to expel, heavy, non-arduous, grievous, difficult, hardship, distress, harass, contrast with versatile, deal lightly with. The ideogram, domestic bird which with clipped tail and drying, sticky earth. Not permitting, bil ko, pko, not possible, contradicts an inherent principle. The ideogram, mouth and breath, silent consent, splendor, jung, glory, elegance, honor, beauty, flowering, elaborate carved corners of a temple roof. Benefits, lieu, pay, salary, income, have the use of, goods received, revenues, official recognition. Image tradition, obstructing it in no way people. Chen Su trial, not advantageous. The great going, the small coming. By consequence of that heaven and earth do nothing, do not mingle. Now listen to this, obstructing it in no way people. Chen Su trial, not advantageous. The great going and the small coming. By consequence of that heaven and earth do not mingle, and the myriad beings do not interpenetrate indeed. Above and below not mingling, and below heaven without fiefdoms indeed. So this is what's going on now, do you understand? Like inside yin and outside yang, inside subtle, outside strong, inside small people, outside Chen Su. Small people, Tao long living. A Chen Su, Tao dissolving indeed. So Chen Su is to dissolve idols, basically, dissolve bullshit illusory idioms that live in the people's minds and keep them from mingling with heaven. Associated context by consequence of a very strong connection, reason, cause, result, rule, law, pattern, standard. Therefore, that shew preceding statement, myriad one, countless, many, everyone, lit 10,000, ideograms, swarm of insects, beings, woo, creature, thing, any single being, matter, substance, essence, nature of things. Above and below, Shang Xian, realm of dynamic interaction between the upper and the lower, the vertical dimension, below heaven, Tian Xai, the human world between heaven and earth, fiefdom, Pang, region governed by a fiduciary, a fiduciary, an order of nobility. So you go from basically chaos to some order of nobility. Inside, net within, interior, inside of the house, and those who work there, particularly women, the lower trigram as opposed to outside. Why the upper? The ideogram border and enter, cross the border, yin structure, consolidating, shadowy aspect of phenomena, conserves, substantializes, creates structure, spatial extension, limited, bound, given, specific being, build, make something concrete. Outside, why outer, exterior, external people working in places other than their home, unfamiliar, foreign, the upper trigram as opposed to inside. Ni, the lower, yang, action, dynamic, and light aspect of phenomena, arouses, transforms, dissolves existing structures, linear thrust, stimulus, drive, focus, direct, or orient something. Supple and hue, quality of the open lines, flexible, pliant, tender, adaptable, strong, kang, quality of the whole lines, firm, strong, unyielding, persisting. Small people, lowly, calm, and humble, those who adjust to circumstances with the flexibility of the small, effective the small within an individual keyword. Tao, way or path, ongoing process of being, and the course it traces for each specific person or thing. Keyword, the ideogram, go and head, leading, and the path it creates. Long living, Chang, enduring, constant, senior, superior, greater, increase, prosper, respect, elevate. Dissolve, saying, liquefy, melt, thaw, diminish, disperse, eliminate, exhaust. Ideogram, water, dissolving differences. Pure water can dissolve all kinds of differences. Make more. I believe this. Truly, I believe this. I know this. You know, it's like, yeah, water dissolving differences. Transforming lines, initial 6. Eradicate thatch grass intertwisting, using one's classification. Trial auspicious growing. Eradicating thatch grass, trial auspicious, purpose located in the chief indeed. It's time to pull back, take vigorous action together with others to get out of this place and find the people you really belong with. Be firm, put things in order, and set out. Make an offering and you will succeed. So, basically, I'm getting to this is take it gradually, organically. Be willing to make a sacrifice. Again. Anybody ever heard of having a hit time? Like, you know, have to sacrifice stuff anyway. Be willing to make a sacrifice and make the sacrifice for small mean time, and then what happens? Okay, so make an offering and you'll succeed. Associated context. Eradicate. Pull up. Root out. Extirpate. Extricate from difficulties. Elevate. Promote. Thatched grass. Thick grass. Used for the roofs of humble houses. Intertwist. Interlace. Entangled roots. Classification. Class. Collection. Series. Same kind. Put or group together. Group together a series of nobles for sure. Judgments, all kinds of things. Auspicious chain lead to the experience of meaning favorable. Propitious, advantageous, appropriate keyword. Ideogram, scholar and mouth, wise words of a sage. Grow king, success through a sacrifice. There's the fucking sacrifice again. Pervade, persevere, bring to full growth, enjoy vigorous, effective second stage of the time cycle. Purpose, chi, focus of mind and heart, will, inclination, resolve. The ideogram, heart and scholar, high, inner resolve, or heart and go. Inner determination, locate in, live in, dwell, reside, belong to, involve with, depend on, within. Ideogram, earth and persevere, place on the earth, chief chun, effective ruler, preside over, take the lead, influence others, term of respect. Ideogram, mouth and director, giving orders. 6 a second, and wrapped and receiving. Small people auspicious. Great people obstructed growing. Great people obstructed growing, not disarraying the flock indeed. So all this heinous shit that Obama and Bush and all the Cheney and all these other fuckers have done are really, you know, hurting our flock for us. Used to learn, not permitting to win. I read that stuck there anyway, so anyway, let's finish this thing. Ideogram, scholar and mouth, wise words of the sage, grow, hang. Success through a sacrifice, pervade, persevere, bring to full growth, enjoy vigorous, effective second stage of the time cycle. Purpose, chi, focus of mind and heart, will, inclination, resolve. The ideogram, heart and scholar, high inner resolve or heart, and go, inner determination, locate in, live in, dwell in, reside, belong to, and we've done this, all right. Chief, effective ruler, preside over, take lead, influence others, terms of respect, ideogram, mouth, and director, giving orders, 6 a second, and wrapped in receiving, small people auspicious, great people obstructed, growing, great people obstructed, growing, not just arraying the flock, indeed, okay, good, that's what we're on. Accept isolation. Make a hidden offering. Don't disturb the flock. Those who adapt to what crosses their path may succeed, but your great idea is obstructed. Do not worry. Stay true to yourself and the way will open. I don't like this stupid book. Oh, God. Associated context. Enwrap, bow, envelop, hold, contain, patient, take on responsibility, engage, ideogram, enfold a self, a fetus in the womb, receive gifts or commands from superiors or customers, take in hand, catch falling water, the ideogram, accepting a seal of office. I like the catching falling water part. This works. Now I get to direct where it comes from. I hope so. Great people. Bad gen. Important, noble, influential. Those who impose a ruling principle on their lives. Effect of the great within an individual. Keyword, grow, thing, success through a sacrifice. Pervade, persevere, bring to full growth, enjoy vigorous, effective second stage of the time cycle. Disarray, Luan, thrown to disorder, mislay, confuse, out of place, discord, insurrection, anarchy, flock, shouldn't hurt, group, people of the same kind, friends equals, all entire, move in unison, flock together. Ideogram, chief and sheep, flock around a leader. 6 a third, enwrapped and embarrassed. Enwrapping, embarrassing, situation not appropriate indeed. Yeah, I've been embarrassed before. That's why I sacrifice. Pay for my embarrassment. Do nothing, simply wait, stop, and examine yourself. Make inner preparations. The time is not right for action. Be like the fetus in the womb. Let your sense of shame correct you. Associated context. A. Unwrap, bow, envelop, hold, contain, patient, take on responsibility, engage. The ideogram, enfold, and self, fetus in the womb, embarrassed, conscious of guilt or fault, unworthy, ashamed, confused, shy, blushing. The ideogram, sheep and sheepish feeling. Situation, way, place, or set according to rank, post, position, command, right, proper, established, arranged. The ideogram, person in the stand, servants in their places, appropriate, thing, suitable, opportune, convenient, adequate, competent, adequate, I like that, competent, equal to, whole lines in uneven places, and open lines in even places. 9 at 4th, possessing a mandate without faults, cultivating a radiant satisfaction. Possessing a mandate without fault, purpose moving indeed. So this is true. So anyway, in the middle of this terrible time, you experience a real connection. This is a lovely fate offered by heaven, and it is your job to cultivate it. Whatever happens, it is not a mistake. Work at it. In the end, you can bring joy and satisfaction, spreading light to all. So the real connection would be you and me. Possess, you, in possession of, have, own, opposite of lack, will, fate, mandate, individual destiny, birth and death as limits of life, issue orders with authority, consult the gods, ideogram, mouth in order, words with heavenly authority, without fault, wu, chi, no error or human or harm in the situation. Cultivate, chow, till fields or gardens, continue successively, like annual plowing, the ideogram, fields and long life, radiance, lean, glowing, light, spreading in all directions, light giving, discriminating, articulating, divide and arrange in order, the power of consciousness, the ideogram, bird and weird, the magical firebird with brilliant plumage, image of hexagram 30, satisfaction, fulfillment, gratification, happy in realizing your aim, take pleasure in, fulfill a need. Finally, we get to the point where the sacrifices, God, purpose, G, focus of mind and heart. Will, inclination, resolve. The ideogram, heart and skull, or high inner resolve, or heart and go. Inner determination, move, sing, move, or move something. Motivate, emotionally moving, walk, act, do. The ideogram, stepping left and then right. 9 at 5th, relinquishing obstruction. Great people auspicious. Its extinction, attached to the bushy mulberry trees. The great people's auspiciousness, situation correcting, appropriate indeed. So, relinquishing the obstruction, its virtual extinction, and says it twice as the daily one out of 3. In other words, the beast has to die. If you're fighting the obstruction, it's time to let go. The obstacles and troubles are disappearing. Imagine that you are in a quiet rural retreat attached to the mulberry grove. That is the place for you. It will correct the whole situation. Associated context, relinquish, sui, let go, stop temporarily, rest, resign, release, act gently. Enjoy, relax. The ideogram, person leaning on a tree. My name, Cardin Tree. Great people, saying important, noble, influential, those who impose a ruling principle in their lives, effect of the great within an individual, keyword auspicious. She leads to the experience of meaning, favorable, propitious, advantageous, appropriate, keyword. The ideogram, scholar and mouth, wise words of a sage. Third person pronoun also, one's, he's, its, she's, they, theirs, extinguish, weighing, ruined, destroy, gone, dead, lost without trace, extinct, forgotten, out of mind. The ideogram, person concealed by a wall, out of sight. The doubled character intensifies this quality. Attach, he, sui, fasten to the bind. Fasten to, bind, tie, retain, continue, keep in mind, emotionally attached, bushy, luxuriant growth, dense thicket, conceal, screen, sleeping mats, wrap his gift, the ideogram, wrap in bushes, mulberry tree, saying literal tree and silk production, tranquility, tired, rural place. G, expresses possession directly or as an object pronoun. Situation, we, place or seat according to rank, post, position, command, right, proper, established range. The ideogram, person and stand, servants in their places. Correct, Chang, rectified divination or one-sidedness. Proper, straight, exact, regular, constant, rule, model. The ideogram, stop and one. Hold to one thing. Appropriate, saying, suitable, opportune, convenient, adequate, competent, equal to whole. Equal to hold lines in uneven places and open lines in even places. 9 above. Subverting obstruction. Beforehand obstruction, afterwards rejoicing. Obstruction completed, by consequence subverting. Wherefore permitting long living indeed. The very thing causing you pain is suddenly turned on its head. What used to be an obstruction becomes cause to rejoice. Thank heavens, the bad time is over. Let it all go. Move freely and firmly with the new time. Why regret what is past? Associated context, subvert, ching, undermined, overturn, overflowing, falling, pour out, empty waste, squandered, the ideogram, man, head, and ladle, emptying out old ideas. Beforehand, earlier, thin, came before in time, first at first, formerly past, previous, begin, go ahead. Afterwards, later, say, come after in time, subsequent, put oneself after. The second attendance, heir, successors, posterity. Rejoice, feeling, give joy, delight, exult, cheerful, merry. The ideogram, joy, music, and mouth, expressing joy. Wherefore, ho, interrogative, why? For what reason? What is? Attention, affirmation, therefore, for that reason, permit, co-possible, because in harmony with an inherent principle, an ideogram, mouth, breath, and silent consent. Now, these things don't always have happy endings. You need to understand this. Like, this is the really first happy ending I've ever seen in this book. Most of them are adequate. Like, you know, like I particularly like that, marsh stuff, the water, the cultivating, and the organic growth of this marriage. And this is what the gods have to suggest to us, and I think it's been pretty rewarding for me in the past to have listened. And so, it's okay with you. We'll just follow the script. I love you. Like both of you, like David and Nora, and all the other ones too. But like my focus is on the two of you. That's I think that's the sacrifice. I just need to be patient until this is done. That's the sacrifice. Then it's paid for, and we can waltz off happily ever after in the sunset and copulate. Have a great day, ladies. I love you, smithereens.